Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Vault. My name is Rob. It's good to see you guys back here on the channel. I wanted to do this video today. If you've saw the thumbnail, then you know what this is about. I want to do this video about what seems to now be a kind of out of print rare John Carpenter Blu Ray. This is John Carpenter live retrospective. This is the Blu Ray that he was selling on his official website, John Carpenter, of his 2016 kind of live performance tour of all his soundtracks and stuff. So kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this Blu-ray in this video here today. I've been meaning to talk about this for a long time and I just never got around to it. So I mean, cover art wise, you have that cool, I think this was the poster, the tour poster. On the back there's just the band is listed and there's some credits on there. I mean, inside it's not much to look at. There's the disc artwork as well, but let me just tell you guys a little bit about this. I picked this up from John Carpenter's website. As I mentioned, it was the only place you could get it. There was no like distribution around anywhere else. That was the only place. They were selling PAL and NTSC versions for the States and Europe. So I have a PAL version, which when you go into the website now, it just says sold out. So I don't know whether they are sold out as of making this video now in July 2020, if they're going to get it back in stock. But it seems that right now this is an out of print John Carpenter Blu-ray. So I picked it up off John's website, as I mentioned. This is 77 minutes long, 2.35 to 1 aspect ratio, black bars top and bottom. And what I will mention about this is transfer looks cool, really crisp, clear picture on the Blu-ray, as you would expect. What I would say about this is there is only a Dolby Stereo 2-channel audio mix on this, which is kind of a bit disappointing, but on my Denon receiver amplifier I can switch that to output a Dolby Digital Surround mix, which sounds way better than the stereo mix. That's just the native audio format on this release. PAL, as I mentioned, 2016 from that tour. Let me just kind of talk a little bit quickly about this. So this was recorded live in London and Chicago and possibly Los Angeles as well, I think, in 2016 on that tour. Really cool. There's some, you know, there's the clips, there's clips of the movies they're playing the theme songs from on this kind of screen behind them. That's really, really cool. I kind of feel with this, when I watched this the first time after I bought it, the live versions of the tracks, it's like the tracks are almost new tracks. They're really really cool to listen to. Like, they have a different kind of vibe to them than the kind of studio albums. Really, really cool. And they sound great. It's just they've been given a new life when you kind of watch them or listen to them on this. I wish there was a CD, you know, or a proper audio release of the live versions. I know Anthology is kind of like a live studio recording of the theme songs. I'd just love to see this in like some sort of official like live release, CD release, or like an MP3 download or something, or like a vinyl would be really cool. They could look into do that. That would be awesome. The only issue I have about this, now I did talk about this Blu-ray previously. If you saw the video crossover I done with Heat from Serial at Midnight, if you haven't, I'll stick a link up in this top corner here. We were talking about music stuff in our collection and I did bring up this John Carpenter Blu-ray. The guy who is the director of photography also edited this footage into like what is the final Blu-ray here release. It's just the editing is the issue for me, and every time I watch it you find more and more mistakes where it's footage from these 2 or 3 concerts that are cut together. They're cutting between the 2 locations within the one track, the one song, let's say. So you have, for example, Daniel Davies, the guitarist, is playing like a brown guitar in Chicago, I think, and then they cut away to a wide shot of the stage, and then they cut back into another close-up of Daniel Davies, and he has a completely different guitar, like a white guitar, which is from like the London show, for example. I might have those shows the wrong way around, but like there's stuff like that going on. There's GoPros mounted on the synths, and then they're flipping the GoPros, they're flipping the picture around. The drummer's playing away, and you know what he's hitting is not what's being played. So there's, the more I watch it, there's more stuff like that I see, but no fault of the live band, all in the editing and the post-production. Maybe they just didn't have footage of that. I don't know. There could be a million reasons for that, but it's just the one thing that frustrates me every time I watch this. As much as I enjoy, you guys know I'm a big fan of John Carpenter here on the channel. I talk about it all the time, and this is fantastic to see these live and hear them live, but just the editing, man, just really drives me mad every time I watch this. But that would be the only negative thing I would say. let's just talk about the band. So obviously we have John Carpenter in there on synth. You have Cody Carpenter, John's son, is on lead synth in there as well. You have Daniel Davies on lead guitar, I believe is John's godson. You have John Kineski on guitar, you have John Spiker on bass guitar, and Scott Seaver on drums. So it's a 6-piece band, really cool live. The audio mix for the Blu-ray was done by Daniel Davies and John Spiker. I will mention it as well in the end credits. It mentions that. So they have done the audio mix, albeit the stereo Dolby Stereo audio mix. Just in terms of if you're interested in what tracks are on this, I'll give you a quick kind of rundown about what's on it. So we open up with Escape from New York, really cool. Assault from Precinct 13 is in there. Then you have Vortex and Mystery off Lost Teams 1. The Fog is on there with a really cool, they have the smoke machine and the Fog comes on stage. It's really cool. They Live is next, where they put on the Ray-Ban, the black sunglasses, like a funny little moment. The Thing theme song is up next, and John mentions, you know, working with Ennio Morricone on the score for that one at the start there. And we have a bit of a band intro here, talking about each member of the band. Distant Dream from Lost Teams 2 is up next. John mentions working with Kurt Russell, and Pork Chop Express or Big Trouble in Little China theme song is in there next. That's fantastic. Then you have Rate and Night Live. They are from Lost Teams 1. John talks about directing horror movies and being a fan of horror movies, and we have the Halloween theme, fantastic. In the Mouth of Madness is in there. Prince of Darkness, Virtual Survivor, which is from Lost Teams 2. Purgatory from Lost Teams 1, and he kind of sends them off home with the team from Christine. Fantastic stuff. The beginning of it starts off with them talking to a couple of fans on the way into shows, and at the end credits they get a shot of all the band kind of doing their bow, and it kind of names off all the cities. They were here in Dublin and I didn't get to see them unfortunately at the time, but yeah, really, really cool piece to have in the Carpenter collection. John Carpenter Live Retrospective 2016. As I mentioned, fantastic stuff. It's really unfortunate that this has gone like sold out or out of print. I'm hoping that they will get that back in stock, or they may do like a second one or something, which would be really cool, because if you're a fan of John Carpenter or like his theme music, or like not even his theme music, just his music, because I said a lot of these are off Lost Teams and stuff where they weren't actually in movies, but I'm a big fan of his movies and his music, so it's really cool to have, and especially now that it's our print. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys in this video here. If you have this one, hold on to it, don't let it go, because it's becoming really hard to pick up these days. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite John Carpenter movie is. Are you a fan of his movies? Are you a fan of his music? Let me know in the comments what your favorite theme song is. Which one do you enjoy? I love Escape from New York, Assault from Precinct 13, Halloween, of course, fantastic. Night is a track I really love off Lost Teams 1, fantastic stuff that's not in a movie. I talked about that before, but yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Of course, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to their channel, and if you haven't already, please consider hitting the bell to get notified every time I post a new video. The channel has been growing great a lot lately, and I'm hoping to hit like that 1500 subscriber mark by the end of the year. If we can get there, that would be fantastic. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you on the next video.